Hey Star Fam, thanks for tuning in. We're here again today for another quick energy check-in using the Tarot Mucha deck. Alright, so without further ado, let's get right into it, shall we? So, I do hope you guys are keeping well. Weather is turning nicer, at least up here in the northern hemisphere. Hope you guys are able to enjoy it. Let's see, the first two cards we have. All right. The Devil and the Nine of Swords. Huh. Obsessively worried about something, are we? Seems like you guys are really obsessing over something in your mind. Because we've got here the Nine of Swords. We can see that this person here, they're, up worried. What the heck? It looks like she's actually sitting on a couch here. Traditionally, the depiction is of somebody like up in bed. And so these 9 swords are usually an indication of somebody literally being up at night, worried. It could be that you're running through a lot of possibilities to your mind. It could be that you've got a lot of, like a long to-do list. It could actually just be nightmares as well, too, especially with the Devil card out here. The Devil card is about obsession, temptation, habits, bad habits. Feel like, I don't know why, I just heard something about late night messages as well, too. Oh, that's really weird. I don't know if you're having arguments with people in the evening, in the nighttime. But yeah. Otherwise, it's kind of very much looking like there's something that you're worried about, that you're obsessing over. Oof, guys. It's not a great mindset to be in, huh? Oh dear. Let's see if we can get a little bit more information on what's going on, what it is that you guys are so worried about. Let's see if we can get a bit more information about this spread. Oh, okay. Next card out is the Ace of Wands. Huh. Right, okay, I'm seeing a number of things now. Okay, so for some of you, it is you're worried about... Could be a new relationship that you're worried about, because the Ace of Wands being about passion, creativity, sorry. So I feel like this is some kind of like passionate new beginning. So it could be a new relationship that you're worried about. Honestly, I cannot help but notice the phallic nature of this card. So it could be that you're worried that you might have caught something from like a one-night stand or something. Sorry guys, I know it's probably not the nicest thing to have to hear, but I can't help but see it in the cards. So it could be that you also could be worried about some kind of maybe an unwanted pregnancy. I don't know, we'll have to see. If the Empress card comes out, then that might very well be it. It could be that you're worried about, you probably hooked up with the wrong person, and now, you're feeling like you're on fire a little bit in all the wrong ways. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's keeping you up and, you know, I was just gonna say keeping you up and itchy at night. I don't know, you guys. You're gonna have to take it as it resonates. Because again, it is a general reading, so just touching all the bases. Kind of like somebody, apparently. Sorry, that was a bad joke. But yeah, let's see if we can get a little bit more information on what, yeah, you see heartbreak. There's some kind of disappointment. So if it is that you were hooking up with somebody and they, you know, were hooking up with, you know, the rest of the world as well too. You know? It's like somebody's been a little bit too generous with their wand, so to speak. You know, and obviously now it's causing you heartache, right? I mean, if it wasn't already kind of implied in the Nine of Swords with you being worried, I mean, this is kind of the confirmation, you know, the confirmation that, you know, this is indeed something that you were upset about. And I mean, rightfully so. Nobody likes, you know, a gift that keeps on giving in all the wrong ways. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's kind of what it's looking like, guys. And if this hasn't happened to you yet, I say yet, if this hasn't happened to you, but you're in a situation where you're, you know, maybe dating around. I'm not judging, by the way, not judging at all. I understand this last year, a little bit over a year, with all the restrictions and things that have been in place. People have been getting lonely, you know, so I don't blame anybody for wanting to, like, literally let loose and go completely buck wild. But I mean, just if you plan on doing stuff like that and just, you know, having a bunch of random hookups, just be sure to be safe, okay? Because again, if this hasn't happened to you, the potential is there, so, right? And if it has already happened, then I am really sorry. You know, I hope you live somewhere where they've got really good health care. Yeeks. But yeah, let's see if we can get a little bit more context, a little bit more information on the spreads. My goodness, I'm so sorry, you guys. Right, okay, so the next card is the Seven of Cups. So, I mean, this looks like you just not knowing what to do. Right? I mean, usually this card is a card of somebody who's got a lot of options and they're confused because, you know, they're kind of spoiled for choice and they don't know which option to go for. You know, so it's about confusion about which option to choose. So I feel like now you basically in a situation where, I mean, obviously you don't know what to do now, you know, especially if this is just recently that you've noticed your goodies to not be normal or, you know, as it normally is, right? So obviously that's going to come with a bunch of worry and, you know, heartache and wondering what you're going to do now, where to go. You know, I don't even think you've really told anybody what's happened yet, if at all. You know, I just kind of get the feeling that you're still, this is just something that you're really worried about. Huh. You know, you're worried, it's causing you heartache and grief, and now you just don't know what to do. You know what I mean? Like, should you go for, like, who could you even speak to about this? Which, I just get this whole, I don't know what to do now. Where do I go from here now? Again, as it resonates, because this could be a partner, a long-term partner, where this is how you're finding out about a betrayal, is by them bringing you something. bringing something home and giving it to you and just not knowing what to do. I mean, we've got the Three of Swords here, so it could be as well that some of you are worried because you might be suspecting that your partner might be stepping out on you. And it's causing you heartache and you don't know what to do, where to go from here. All right. Guys, honestly, there are plenty of resources online of like clinics and stuff near you where I'm sure, you could make queries or, see if you can find some kind of like walk-in place. In a lot of these places, they'll be able to hook you up with some counseling as well too, if you want somebody to talk to about. I mean, if it's a betrayal and you're finding out that your partner's betrayed you, like, and this is how you're finding out is by, the fact that they brought something home. When you go to, if you end up going to a clinic and stuff, I'm sure that they could give you some resources on places that you can go, people you can speak to about dealing with it, and not just the heartache of like, having to deal with, whatever health matter it is, but like, you're not just a physical health, but like your mental health as well too. Do you know what I mean? You can get all kinds of like resources from there, guys. Okay? Like you're not alone in this, okay? Like there are resources, okay, that can help you. Whew, right, so the next card out is the Eight of Cups. So yeah, looks like you're out. It looks like you're just, with everything that's happened, you know what I mean? It's like, especially if this was a partner who betrayed you, it's like it's bad enough that they betrayed you, but on top of it, to like give you something is just, salt in the wound. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like for some of you, this was like the last straw, especially if they're like a serial cheater. And if this isn't the first time that they've stepped out on you, you know what I mean? I just feel like this is you finally just being like, you know what? I can't anymore. I can't with this anymore. And, I'm sick of being confused all the time. I'm sick of having to go through all this all the time. Sick of the heartache, sick of being up worried, not knowing where they are, who they're with, And so I just feel like it looks like you're just going to walk away from all this. Right? And rightfully so. So I'm quite proud of you. Well done, guys. Good, You shouldn't stay with someone who's not going to treat you right. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong. I know that relationships are different, especially now in a modern age and everything. And you've got more people who are more open to things like polyamory and, open relationships and things like that. But, I mean, that's kind of an exception. Because usually functioning, healthy relationships like that, where arrangements like that work, there's a lot of communication, and it's not, it's usually both people on the same page. There are rules about that. You know what I mean? So even if it's a case where you were in some kind of alternative relationship like that, if you're unhappy, you're unhappy at the end of the day, And yeah, you deserve somebody who's going to like respect your boundaries. Do you know what I mean? And if you're not in one of those, if you are in like a more traditional monogamous relationship, then of course, 100% times stronger that that person should be respecting you and your boundaries. Do you know what I mean? So I definitely see you, after not knowing what to do, maybe thinking about it for a bit, just being like, you know what? I deserve better. I'm walking out of here. I'm out of here. You know, because here we've got this person and she's got all of her cups lined up behind her. You know, but she's still, you know, she's still walking away from it, you know? And it's just, ooh, sunk cost fallacy. It's like she's not allowing herself to get stuck in the sunk cost fallacy, you know? So if it's a case where you have been seeing this person for a while, you know, I say a while, I want to say if it's a more longer term, serious relationship, by your terms, you know, and this, now that this has happened, you're just, you know what I mean? It's like you're walking away from the investment that you've already made, and it's like you're not allowing yourself to get stuck in the sunk cost fallacy of, oh, but we've been together for so long and I've already forgiven him and we've already been through this and, you know, it's just another rough patch, and no, you're done making excuses and you're out of there. And good for you guys. Seriously, good for you. Good for you. For just not taking it anymore, knowing your worth, and for walking away. Absolutely. Oh, okay. All right. So, okay, the next cards we've got are the Nine of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, and the Moon card. Okay, so the nine, oh, whoa, sorry guys, almost went flying. Okay, so the Nine of Wands is the card of the wounded warrior, you know? And as you can see, we've got this person here, and, you know, she stands victorious. She's got all of her wins, all of her successes lined up in a row behind her. And even though, yes, she is wounded, she's still come out the victor. You know what I mean? And it's like, even though she's wanted to give up, she didn't give up. Right? And I mean, it wasn't an easy victory, because as you can see, she's been through quite a lot. So it wasn't an easy victory, but it was a victory nonetheless. You know what I mean? And this could very much represent how basically battered and bruised, and you know, kind of emotionally, physically, that this relationship with this person has been, you know? And I can totally understand feeling like the wounded warrior. Walking away and feeling like the wounded warrior, you know? Like, it hasn't been easy to walk away, especially, you know, because this devil person could be somebody who is very toxic, very alluring. You know what I mean? They could very well be a narcissist, and you know how charming those kinds of relationships are. Or how those people are in those kind of relationships where they're very good at charming you and winning you over, and love bombing you until they've wormed their way inside of your heart, and then they start messing around behind your back. You know what I mean? And there might have been a lot of gaslighting going on, where they're making you feel like you're crazy, where you're questioning yourself. You know, because it looks like this wasn't an easy decision that you had to come to, you know? This wasn't an easy decision at all. We've got 2 nines here, and here we've got, you know, this person being on the defensive. But again here, I mean, she's been up all night, you know? Those long sleepless nights where you're up worrying, you know? I kind of feel like this was the war, you know? It was like a mental war. As well as emotional, you know, because we do have the cups here, and cups are emotions. So we've got emotions, passions, and thoughts. You know what I mean? And it just feels like, you know, yes, you love them, you know, or at least you loved them at a time, but, you know, it's like, time and time again, you've thought about giving up on this relationship, but you never did. And now it's just the last straw that's caused you to leave. And you might have felt like if you left, then that makes you a failure because you weren't able to make this relationship work. But the opposite is true. The truth is that I feel like you, emotionally at least, emotionally, mentally, you feel like you kind of barely survived this relationship. And again, this card, she's a wounded warrior, but she's still the victor. It wasn't an easy victory, but she's still the last one standing, right? Right? So if you were thinking about giving up, I mean, yes, give up on this relationship, but don't give up on yourself. Yeah? That's what I mean. Because I mean, I know that sounds contradictory, because on one side it's like, oh, this is a card of not giving up, but then I'm saying give up. I mean, give up the relationship, you know? I don't mean giving up your mental health in order to keep this relationship with this toxic person. That's what I mean, right? Okay? And you walking away doesn't make you a loser. It makes you a victor because you've walked away with yourself, with your freedom, with your mental health, you know? Because again, she's got her head all wrapped up. So that could be an indicator that there was... I'm not going to say that they actually had mental health issues, or at least they're not like genetic. It's the kind of thing where, you know, when you're with somebody who's so darn toxic that they basically drive you crazy. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't mean literally you crazy, but you know, like they drive you to things like depression and anxiety and those kind of issues. You know what I mean? And so by giving up on the relationship, you are basically not giving up on yourself. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. I hope I explained that clear enough. Anyway, so moving on. The next card out is the Five of Pentacles. Now, I mean, I feel like this could very well be a shared energy. But honestly, it feels more like yours than theirs because I'm looking at this character in their eyes and I don't think that they care particularly that you left. Do you know what I mean? Or if they do, it's only because... It's not because they care about you. It's because they care about the control that they have over you, you know? And they care about the attention that you give them. And they care about how you worship and adore them and tell them how beautiful they are. And do you know what I mean? They worship what they can get out of you. That's what they miss and that's what they love about you. Not you as a person. Do you know what I mean? So this kind of feels more like your energy about, you know, feeling left out in the cold. And I mean, obviously, if they're like out doing other things with other people, then, I mean, yeah. But again, as well, I mean, if you've actually had to move out, maybe you guys were living together, you know, and you've had to leave your apartment or leave wherever it is that you were living together, where you were cohabiting. You know, so there's that, that feeling of kind of like being in between places at the moment. You might be couch surfing at a friend's or family's. This could also be a crisis of faith. So you might also kind of, I mean, I know what it's like when you get your heart broken and, you know, you go through that phase where you hate all men and, you know, you stop believing in love and all of that. You know, so I feel like that's kind of where you're at. But again, that just, I mean, of course, that comes with the territory of having your heart broken in such a horrible way, you know, and, you know, especially if they ended up bringing something home and giving it to you. I mean, that's just kind of like, again, that's just salt on the wound, right? So yeah, I can understand how you've been feeling left out in the cold, but I kind of feel like you've been feeling left out of the cold in your relationship for quite some time now, especially if they've, you know, been routinely stepping out on you. But then here we've got the Moon card, and the Moon card is about emotions, hidden emotions. It could also be about secrets. Sorry, bear with me a moment. Yeah, it's like there's some kind of secret as well. But I'm not sure whose secret this is, if this is yours or theirs. But it's also about like being emotional, being in a state of confusion, which of course, not sure what to do with yourself in general. And I just get a feeling of uncertainty for your future. It's like you're uncertain of your own future now that you guys are no longer together. I mean, this could be the immediate uncertainty of needing to find your own place if you're now finding yourself in between permanent residences. Yeah, but there's a feeling of uncertainty. Uncertainty for the future. Let me tell you something, honey, though. No matter how uncertain the future is, anything would be better with being with this terrible person, okay? Because, yeah, yes. I'm so glad that these last 2 cards came out. Next 2 cards out were 3 of Wands, looking to your future, looking forward to your future, waiting for your ships to come in, and the Magician, right? So I get the feeling that even though you might be feeling uncertain about your future now, that's not going to last very long. Do you know what I mean? It's like this card, again, about waiting for your ships to come in. It's like, even though you're uncertain about what you're going to do, it's like you know it's going to be something better, you know, because he's looking out towards a new dawn, a new day. You know, and he knows that his ships are going to come in. And that one day is going to be his time. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be his turn for happiness, for greatness, for prosperity. Do you know what I mean? It could also be the card of stepping forth on your new path. So absolutely, if you're, you know, walking away from this old toxic person, you know, you're definitely looking forward to the new future and your new path and what you can manifest along the way. Because again, you've got the Magician, and the Magician, you know, major arcana card. And the Magician is somebody who knows how to make things happen. You know what I mean? They know how to, you know, when life gives them lemons, they not only make lemonade, they also do tequila shots, and then they make a lemon meringue pie, and then they also squeeze out the lemon oil, and then they go and they make a lemon cleanser using the juice. You know what I mean? Like, like this person is just, it's like everything that they touch turns to gold. Do you know what I mean? And it's like this person is very resourceful and knows how to take very little and make a lot out of it, you know? As you can see, this person is a master of all the 4 elements of the suits of the minor arcana. We've got the cups, the wands, the swords, and the pentacles here. Do you know what I mean? And the Magician is somebody who is also very confident in their abilities. And it's like, it's almost like part of this uncertainty is like where to go from here. You know what I mean? Like which, like, it's like I'm feeling ambivalent because on the one hand, you're upset about this ending, but I kind of feel like on the other hand, part of you is also really relieved that now you can finally live your life and do what makes you happy and now you finally see a better future on your own. Do you know what I mean? There's something about these cards here. Do you know what I mean? That kind of give me hope. Even the 7 kind of, and the 9. Something about these cards. I kind of feel like at some point here is like you just, something in you just snaps. You know what I mean? And you're like, you just know you have to get out of there. This is like the straw that broke the camel's back, you know? But it's like at some point here, it's like you realize your inner strength and how strong you have been, and what you actually went through. Especially if this person's been gaslighting you into minimizing your experiences and telling you that you're just crazy, that never happened, you're remembering it wrong. And it's like, no, when you really think about all the crap that they had you believe didn't happen, you realize exactly how tough you are to have come out of it, you know? And even though, yeah, it kind of sucks at the moment now, I get, even though you're uncertain with how to move forward, there's still a sense of hope about the fact that now you can move forward, you know, and basically manifest, you know, a brand new life for yourself, you know? Let's see, it's on the bottom of the deck. Yep, 10 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Definitely it's over, you know? This is definitely over between you two, you know? And again, normally with the 10 of Swords, in the traditional tarot, this person is laying down on their stomach and these 10 swords are going in their back, indicating some kind of betrayal. So it's not only a death and an ending of something, it could also be a betrayal. But I kind of feel like in this situation, you know, you're probably dealing with a person who, after a while, was even mean to your face. You know what I mean? It's like they didn't even bother with like trying to, you know, carry on the facade of having a mask. They were just, you know, it's like once the mask slipped and you saw them for who they were, they just straight up didn't even care and would just start being mean to you to your face. Wow, guys, seriously? It's not the kind of relationship we need to be in, guys. So yes, I'm glad that you guys have finally decided to move on. You know, because that's just, nah, I'm glad. This is the best thing you could have done for yourself. Yes, end it absolutely, and move forward. Because we got the Chariot card under here. He's about moving forward, right? Even though Sphinxes don't seem to be going anywhere at the moment, but it's traditionally a card about moving forward. Do you know what I mean? So we're ending things, we're moving forward. Again, and another card about moving forward. You know? Right? Looking to the future. So it's like, yeah, you're ending things, you're moving forward, and so that you can create your own happy life elsewhere. Without them. Do you know what I mean? With somebody else, with your existing friends, with your existing family. You know what I mean? But I definitely see you ending things with this person, and definitely moving forward to your own happiness, right? Because happiness is here for the taking, guys. Look, we've got the progression. We're going from the 3 to the 4, right? So slowly, baby steps. It's like you're seeing visions of the future, and the future is you happy at home. I mean, normally this is a card about marriage, home celebrations, like birthdays and like baby showers, or it could be housewarmings. So, you know, it could just very much be you looking forward to just getting your own place, you know, just by yourself, decorating it how you want to, inviting your friends over for a housewarming party, or even, yeah, just inviting friends over whenever you want, having friends, you know, stop by whenever, you know, and just having your own space that makes you happy, where you can surround yourself with the people that make you happy, you know? That's what you're looking forward to. That's what you're wanting to manifest, you know? You're not only trying to manifest it and looking forward to it, it's like you're moving forward to it as well. Right, guys? Definitely moving towards your happiness. But I mean, again, this is looking really good for you guys. I mean, it starts out really crappy. I'm really sorry. I mean, if this is what you're going through, guys, my heart goes out to you. It really does. You know, I know it sucks, but I kind of feel like the quicker you realize how much better you are without this person in your life, the much better you will be. The faster you'll be better. Do you know what I mean? Because honestly, this person just so wasn't worth it. Because look, you're ending things in order to move forward to your happiness. Right? And that sounds like a good plan to me. Right? Anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave this here. I hope this helped. I'm really sorry if it resonated. But again, at least things are going to start looking up the second you get rid of this person. You know, I promise you, you'll be able to start looking forward to the future again. The future's going to seem bright again, you know, and you will be happy, you know. You will move quickly, in fact, towards your happiness and stability. Okay, guys? You can do it. You absolutely can do it. Right? It's like this devil just gaslit this poor magician, you, into believing that you were just worthless and nothing. You know what I mean? It's like they had no idea. Or maybe they did, and that's why they decided to systematically destroy you. Or at least try to. Some people are like that, man. Jealous people are like that. I know it's unfortunate, but, you know, it is what it is. You know, especially when people see someone kind and sweet with such a good heart, you know, and that inner light that radiates. You know, you've got some people who are jealous and want to snuff your light out, and then you've got other people who are jealous and want to keep you in a cage like a pet. But you know what I mean? Either way, you know, you're going to get through this. Okay? And you will find your happiness. Okay, guys? Right. I hope this helped. Okay, I hope this helped shine some light on your situation, and I hope it helped give you some comfort in knowing that things will get better. Okay? They will. They will get better. Alright? I mean, you should know you're manifesting it. Right, guys? Anyways. I'm gonna leave it at that. I've said that again, like, this is like the 10th time. I do apologize. But for really real this time, guys, take care, and I'll see you again soon.